Good morning, everybody. We are back, and I am not too sure what to make of the last 24 hours. If I'm perfectly honest with you, I think it's taken pretty much everybody by surprise. We have, over the last week, we've kind of been calling for 32,000 because that's what the charts have been telling us. But I didn't expect 34,000. In fact, I made all the thumbnails last night for $32,000. That's what I thought we were going to go to next. If you were listening to the stream yesterday, you will have heard me say that if we can break certain levels, 31,800, if we could get above 32,000, hold it as support, then the next to move up was about $34,000. That was on yesterday's stream. I didn't think it was going to happen in an hour. I really didn't think it was going to happen in an hour. So if you are new here and you don't know why this has happened, I'm going to go through it in the stream. It's about 45 minutes. We go through the news. Today, we're going to go through the markets. We're going to go through Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ethereum has it been rugged. We're going to look at Cathie Wood, what she's been trading in, Solana and investments, and Bitcoin NFTs, which is something where, I'm warming to, let's just say that. Now, I'm just going to check the volume levels because this seems to be really quite high. Just give me 1 second. That should be better now. I've just reduced excuse me, I've just reduced the music. So we're going to get on with the show. First things first. For everybody watching, for everybody that's new to crypto, for every single person who is watching this stream now, and you managed to catch this pump, you deserve everything you get. Remember where we were in January, 16,000. We're now at 34,000. So had you put $1,000 in to Bitcoin on January the 1st, it would now be worth $2,100, $2,200. So every one of you listening to this deserves all of this. The problem you're going to face in the next 2 years is people calling you lucky. Everyone's going to call you lucky. You were lucky for getting into Bitcoin. You were lucky for getting into crypto. You were lucky for everything. What they don't appreciate is that you've had to live through 2 years of a bear market where prices have come down. We hit $15,000. We look like we're going to $10,000 and $9,000, and you have stuck with it. And a lot of people think that crypto is about getting rich quick. It's about making big gains, 100x's in days. That's not how you get rich in crypto. Is it too late to start investing in crypto? Absolutely not. Given that the all-time high is $69,000, we're only at $34,000. We are 50% below the all-time high as we're speaking today, and that's only for Bitcoin. If you look at Solana, which is at $30, all-time high was $250. So you could be looking at 8 to 10xing from here. What I would do is we've made 2 videos in the last 24 hours, a long form and a short form video, giving you the top 5 coins to buy if you are a beginner in crypto. I can't play them on this channel because we stream in different places. There is a 60-second video with the 5 coins in, and then there is a 5-minute video with a breakdown of each coin, and that's what I would do. So take $100, $1,000, $10,000, whatever it might be, and invest it. If you're new, invest it in those 5 coins. We are never going to recommend low cap coins on this channel because that's not what we're about. We're here to try and make you some money and not make you poor. So, well done. I don't know what to say other than we need to enjoy these days. These are the days we need to come on and we need to be positive and we need to be happy. We've had so many bad days in the last 2 years, but I think it's time to add a little bit of luck. So what is up in the last 24 hours. Pretty much everything. We are at 1.25 trillion. Last week we were 1.05 trillion. We've added 200 billion to the market cap of crypto in a week. We are up 7% for the day. Look at that volume, 83 billion. If you are a regular on here, you will know that it wasn't uncommon to see Bitcoin hit $100 billion a day. Crypto to $100 billion a day in volume. We're up to 83 billion. We're going to go through where I think we're going to go from here, but 83 billion is a good start. And look at that for Bitcoin dominance. We have absolutely shot up. And not only is it shot up, it's at 53%. Ethereum is just lagging behind, 17.5%. That was over 20% 2 months ago. We're going to go through both of those coins in a minute. But gainers, Ina, Pepe. For those of you that watched yesterday, we said there was no hope for Pepe. It's up 26%. Shows how much we know. Rocket Pool, Injective, Conflux, and there we go. The biggest bear in the forest is in the top gainers of the last 24 hours. It's up 11%. It has added over $60 billion to its market cap. Now, I have a theory about this, which I'm going to go through when we cover Bitcoin in a minute. And Sui, do we have anything that has lost? Chainlink is down a little bit. Gold, Quant, KuCoin, not really an awful lot. You will see on days on green days, you're going to see all of the stable coins in the in the bottom 20. So Pax, USDD, True, Tether, USDC, they'll all be down there because they literally don't gain, do they? They're stable coins. They're supposed to be at pegged to $1. So what a day. Let's go and have a quick read about Bitcoin before we get into the charts. I've tried to pick out a decent article to go through. So Bitcoin price rockets to $35,000 as ETF excitement grows. The price of Bitcoin surged on Monday to briefly touch $35,000 as excitement swelled over developments in the Bitcoin future space. The price of Bitcoin suddenly shot up. We're currently at 34,000 now, so 34,000 is a good price to be at, considering where we were. On October the 23rd, a post from Scott Johnson pointed to two new pieces of information that could hint as spot Bitcoin ETF approval is getting closer for the investment giant. BlackRock had secured a specific UCITS license and may soon begin the process of seeding its spot ETF product with cash as early as this month. Now, what happened yesterday is that two things happened on Twitter. First was that BlackRock was listed on Nasdaq. It had a listing there for its ETF, and its ETF had the name BTC. That was the first thing that happened, and that caused a minor ripple in the market. But what caused the major ripple in the market is what it was referring to there as seeding. Now, seeding is if you have a spot gold, spot Bitcoin product, you have to buy that from the market. You cannot buy it over the counter. You have to buy it at spot. So one of two things has happened to cause this. Either BlackRock, Vanguard, ARK Invest, and others have been buying Bitcoin to act as a kind of initial funding of their ETF. That's one option. Option two is everybody and their dog is front running this. Now, whatever happens with this ETF, whether it's approved today, whether it's approved in November or January, those financial institutions have to buy Bitcoin from the market. So whether this $35,000 is a front run, whether this is $35,000 because they've been buying Bitcoin, that's to be seen. But this was always going to happen. We just didn't know when. So one thing that I have noticed today, especially on Twitter, is that people like Ben Cowan have been getting absolutely pilloried for their price predictions. The reason they're being pilloried is because they have said that we're going to range between 18 and 30, 18 and 32,000 for the rest of the year, maybe finishing the year up between 30 and 35,000. As you'll know if you watch us, we have predicted 30 to 32,000 for the end price of the year for Bitcoin. We're at 34,000 today. There's no reason to suspect that it's not going to come to 32,000 or it's going to go to 40,000. It's just our prediction which we made in January. That was not based on an ETF approval. Bear that in mind. It also wasn't based on the conflict that we've seen. Because macro environmental impacts on markets are bigger than anybody can predict. When we go back to the 2019 pandemic, nobody could have predicted that. Nobody could have predicted the European conflict. So everything has to be taken at the snapshot that it was given. So Ben Cowan, who, as I said, has been pilloried, you cannot possibly blame him for what's happened. It's just not fair. You know, we could have a meteorite heading towards Earth tomorrow. You can't blame Ben Cowan for getting the price of Bitcoin wrong. How was he supposed to know it was going to happen? He's not Gandalf. He hasn't walked out of a cave with a great big staff, slammed it down on the ground and said $40,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. So remember, when you look at these people, I said this on the stream a few days ago, it takes a lot of guts to come on a stream with a microphone and give people your opinion. Not because you have to be a big brave soldier, but because you're saying things which can be used against you at a time in the future. Ben Armstrong, BitBoy Crypto, was saying that we're going to hit $100,000 in the last bull run for Bitcoin, because that's what he thought was going to happen. We got to 69,000. He's never been let forget that. Ben Cowan has made mistakes, but Ben Cowan makes videos based on what he sees in the charts and what he sees in patterns. And this is something which traders always get caught out on, because you cannot expect them to know what's going to happen in the major macro environment. So as far as I'm concerned, whoever you listen to, whether it be us, whether it be one of the bigger YouTube streamers, just bear in mind that they're giving their opinion at that time with the information that they have on hand. You said to me that we're going to have ETFs by the end of the year, the conflicts are going to be finished, and we're going to have a Republican in power in America in November next year. I would tell you we're more than likely going to be between $50,000 and $70,000 for Bitcoin. But we don't know those things. They are unknown factors. So bear that in mind when you see people make predictions. Take everything you see with a pinch of salt, because the second that prediction is made, it is already out of date. But it's written in stone for those streamers and those crypto influencers. My advice is to look at as many people as possible, take all of their opinions together, and then make your own educated guess on what's going to happen. Now, going to go and, before we get to Ethereum, we're going to go and have a look at Bitcoin. And I'm going to show you the level that I was talking about yesterday. Let's have a quick look who is in chat. Remember, we are a two-way streamer, so drop any comments you've got in chat. Let me know where you think Bitcoin is going to get to in the next week or so. Let me know if you're going to if you think we're going to have a correction. Say hello. Do whatever you want to do. Just let me know what you're up to. There are AC Kojo, Chronicle Crypto, welcome. Everybody, Mohammed 1992, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the carrots. User 29. Manu got flow. Yep. Right. That will do for that. So this is the chart that I have not touched since yesterday. I did a stream yesterday. Hollywood was on the stream with me. Hollywood was predicting one thing, I was predicting another thing. Obviously, nobody can predict what happened last night. It's impossible. We're currently at $34,175. It feels great to say that. Even though we are not in the $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 range, it's great to be mid-30s. So this yellow line I've had on this chart goes back to the start of the year. We've been putting in higher lows since January. So what does that mean? It means that Bitcoin has been bouncing higher off this trend line. It bounced in January, in March, June, and then we had a problem, which was we broke below it and we broke below the bull market support band here. And I was expecting, and I said on the stream, and Tariq and the regulars will know, I said we will be coming down towards this level here, which was about 25,000, and if we broke that, we were going to come down towards this $20,000 range down here. That was my prediction. We held 25,000, and we held it well. We didn't even come close to breaking it. Now, we were stuck under the bull market support band here, and we've said this time and time again on the channel. We couldn't break up. We kept tapping on this ice. We couldn't get above it. The second thing I said, that I am not going to take any of this as bullish opinion until we get back above this bull market, this long-term trend line. And yesterday I said we needed to break this spot here. Now, if you don't believe me, go and watch yesterday's stream. It's on whatever platform you're watching us on. It's there. What I said we needed to do, we needed to come up above here and we needed to bounce off it and take off using it as a springboard. Look at what has happened in the past. We have bounced like Zebedee, bounced here like Zebedee. It's like a springboard. It's like a trampoline. You need it. Bounce off the support band. It gives you all the confidence you need to go higher. And we bounce, and what will tend to happen is we will do something like this. So what does that mean for the price of Bitcoin? That means we could potentially come up here and test $40,000 by November, there or thereabouts. I then expect a retracement back towards $35,000 by the end of the year. And then, as we head into next year, maybe February, March, we could be at $44,000. This is very rough, by the way. This is just a guesstimation of where we're going to go to. However, this area here, for me, is the next target Bitcoin, which is at 39,500. But I didn't call the stream 39,500 because it doesn't sound as good as 40,000. Now, where is that from here? That is a move up of about, just let's call it 20%. So we need to move high. We need to move 20% up to get to where we are, or where we want to get to. Now, that seems like a long way to go. Bitcoin is up 11% in a day. So let's just remember where we are. 35,000, which I've put the blue line on here. That corresponds to these areas here. Okay? So these areas here, 35,000 is probably the next thing we need to look at. Then once we break past 35,000, I expect a swift move up to $40,000. I might sound a lot more bullish than I have been, and that's because this news is a game changer. Hearsay is one thing. Speculation is one thing. Seeing the tickers for Bitcoin ETFs being added to NASDAQ is not speculation. The Grayscale application has to be approved based on the previous argument that the SEC had and failed to win. Only way that can be delayed is by the SEC finding another reason to stop the application from being approved. Now, the problem is, and I've said this before, you can't approve one ETF today and then 8 ETFs in 4 months' time. You give Grayscale such a competitive advantage. You give them a 4-month head start. So, prior to what's just happened, my theory was we were all going to see the ETFs approved April next year. April the 10th next year. That's when the halving happens. The deadline for the SEC itself is January the 10th. So they are the two dates that everybody's been working with, but because of what's happening, it looks like the SEC is crumpling. We had the SEC, an SEC employee come out yesterday. Hester came out. Hester Pierce, I think she's called, something like that. She came out and said, "I don't know why we've done this. We should have made better efforts for now." So it's all crumbling. So everything's now been brought forward. We could see the ETFs all approved in November. And then we're going to be at $40,000 to $50,000 before you can say anything. Look at where the areas are. Go up here. Have this area here, which is about $46,000, $45,000 to $46,000. So that's where the ETF can take us, because remember, the more applications get approved, the more Bitcoin that is bought, the less Bitcoin is on exchanges. We have 1.2 million Bitcoin on exchanges. What happens if 8 ETFs all want to buy 10, 20, 30, 40,000 Bitcoin? That's a 20% reduction in the supply of Bitcoin. Then, in April next year, we have the halving, so the total amount of Bitcoin being produced gets halved. And then what happens is a supply shock. And a supply shock will literally cause the price to do this in a week, because people will not want to sell. If everybody puts sell orders at $69,000, and if there are no sell orders between here and $69,000, then you have no choice to buy at those levels. So remember, whatever happens in the next 3 months, we know where the future is. The future is ETFs, the future is a halving, the future is the 4-year cycle, the future is a 2025 all-time high. Keep those things in mind, because that's what's going to happen. Forget noise about, well, this comes first or this happens first. In the next 2 years, we're going to see an end to the conflicts that are currently going on. We're going to see the ETFs. We're going to have the halving. We're going to have institutional and retail investors coming back to crypto. We're going to have the rollout of real-world applications of crypto. And we're only at a $1.25 trillion market cap. That's going to be 6 to 10 trillion. Well, that's a 8x from where we are today. You 5 to 8x Bitcoin price from today, that puts it at $150,000 to $250,000. My target is $105,000, because I'm more conservative than pretty much anybody that you'll ever meet. So wherever we are 3 to 8x from here in 2 years' time. Everything else that you hear is noise. That's what you need to take away. And don't forget, pat yourselves on the back. If you were buying Bitcoin in this range here, then you have made generational wealth. Because if you've bought $10,000 worth of Bitcoin at $18,000, and we go to $200,000, then you've made $100,000 out of that trade. So just bear those things in mind. When people call you lucky in 2 years' time, there is absolutely nothing lucky about what you have been doing in the last 2 years. Now, Ethereum was an interesting play that we highlighted on here. So we're going to go through some news about this. I'm actually going to drop a box. Go and drop that into chat. Tariq, the questions, are we going to continue going up or not? I think we are. It's too soon. It's too soon to know. However, I think, like I said yesterday, if we can get above 31,800 and hold it, then we can move up. And we did. Moved up really quickly because of the news. There should be some level of, what's the word for it? Consolidation. The problem is FOMO. Are people going to FOMO in Bitcoin because of what's just happened? If you were telling people, oh, by the way, do you know the ETFs are going to be approved? It's 6 months before the halving. Bitcoin's running out on exchanges. People will buy not based on fundamentals, not based on charts. They will buy on emotion. Now, the fundamentals are 35,000 is a key level to break. If you look at what happened, we hit 35,000. That was a previous level of support and resistance. That's why we hit it. Continue this massive upward momentum, we'd have to break 35,000. We didn't. We hit it and came back down. We're now sitting just above 34,000. I would say in the next 6 to 10 hours, we're going to find out if we're going to move up. The problem for you is that you are, if I'm going to make a trade, I should wait until 35,000. I think Sodacan's asked a question, and Tariq, it's kind of the same question. Okay, so if we break 35,000 and it looks like we're going to hold 35,000, then the next target is 40,000. That's a 10% gain, plus 10% plus gain. If we get rejected at 35,000 again, we're going to come down. Now, we're not going to come down to 25,000. We might come down to 30, 32,000. We might come down to that trend line, which isn't really a bad thing, to be honest, because we're still above the bull market support band. So 35,000 is the price that we need to get above and hold or bounce back off it. If we get rejected today at 35,000, put in a short-term short scalp, not financial advice. If we go above 35,000 and we hold it for more than a few hours, or we go to 35.3, 35.4, 35.5, the higher it goes, the more shorts get liquidated. Because what will happen is, if we get to 35,000, loads of short positions will get open, and then the whales will wreck them. Similarly, if we break 35,000, everybody will go long. Will the whales wreck them and crush the price? So whales have got you whichever way you turn. However, if you look at the fundamentals and we lose 35,000, we can't get above it, it's going to come down a little bit. Again, maybe 10%. If we break 35,000, the target after that is 40,000. So 35,000 is the key level to look at. Break it, we go higher. Bounce off it, we come lower. I can't really give a clearer indicator than that. If I could predict, I would say the momentum that we've got at the minute would take us higher, but I'm only 60% confident in that. Good morning, Farhad. Welcome, user01. Remember, say hello in chat, ask any questions you've got. I am kind of following the agenda today, but not really. It's one of those days where I'm just enjoying the pump. There's no rhyme or reason. I don't even have a time. I'm not even looking at the clock, to be honest, today. But I am going to drop a box for those of you in chat. If you are on some platforms, you will get a box right now. There we go. Now, Ethereum, I am going to show you something that can help you decide what's going to go on in the future, and that is that Ethereum had a bullish divergence, which I'm going to cover, and I did cover on the stream. I believe I covered it on Saturday or even Friday, maybe. It was quite a few days ago. So we'll get onto that in a minute. Let's get through this article first. I'm not even getting time to drink my coffee on the stream today. Let's move this one down. Give me 1 second. Okay, ETH, the different kettle of fish. If you've looked at the Bitcoin Ethereum pair, you will see that Ethereum is being absolutely crushed by Bitcoin. If you look at the Bitcoin Ethereum dominance, Bitcoin is going up, Ethereum's dominance is going down. Ethereum was over 20% dominance. That's 20% market share of crypto a few months ago. It's now at just over 17%. Bitcoin is at 53%. It was at 48%. So they're moving in different directions. One's moving in, one's moving out. So Ethereum, again, another thing to bear in mind is that it's very easy for you to sit there and slate people like Dan or any other author because he's wrong or he was wrong. It's just unfair, and you've got to bear that in mind when people write these articles. They're going to give levels of support and resistance on coins which are right at the time because of technical indicators, but the price is, I mean, if we go and bring up the Ethereum chart, you'll see what I mean. So what's Ethereum at? Are we at 1800? 1820? There we are. Okay. We're at 1820. Now, he's talking about this indicates that the once dominant bearish trend may be losing its grip, potentially paving the way to 1746. Now, bear in mind, he wrote this today, but I don't think he wrote it today. I think it was updated today. So he was predicting 1750 for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, or 1820. Don't hold it against him. There's news. There's white swans as well as black swans, remember. A black swan is something that happens in the market which is massively bearish. That could be conflict, it could be a pandemic, it could be anything. So just bear that in mind when you read these things. They cannot predict the future. I cannot predict the future. Saying it's going to go above 35,000, I don't know. If I knew all of the answers to all of these questions, I would be a lot richer than I am now. All I can give you is my educated opinion, and that is, a few days ago, I said on this channel that all of the news has turned bullish. And if you've watched me, you'll know I've said that. If you go and look at the thumbnails that I have been using, we called 30,000, we've called 32,000, and last night I tried to call 34,000. I tried to call 32,000 again, and we got to 34,000. So I'm not even saying that I'm right or wrong. What I'm saying is that the news tells you which way the narrative is going. And I also said about a week and a half ago that the Ethereum narrative was very negative, which it was. People were being very negative about Ethereum, very disparaging about Vitalik. Even Charles got weighed in. Charles Hoskinson from Cardano weighed in. You've got to bear in mind that all of these narratives just get blown out the water when something like this happens. So even though I'm still fairly bearish on Ethereum in the medium term, it will still go with Bitcoin. So he's talking about the RSI being in positive, a rise to 1746. So don't hold it against people that write these articles. Like I said at the start, it takes guts to predict the future. Now, what I will show you is, and this played out beautifully. So it was Thursday last week. So Thursday last week, I said that there was bullish divergence on Ethereum. And bullish divergence is where the price is coming down, but the RSI is coming up. and I said I would expect Ethereum to come up to 1,700, okay, or about $1,700, based on the fact that the price is in this kind of movement. So I was expecting this, okay? Bullish divergence is on a higher time frame, like a daily time frame. It's really important to look out for, and it's one of the main indicators that I look for. Now, I also use the volume profile. So when I said that this price was going to come up towards 1,700, that was based on this area here, which is the volume of trades, okay? It had reached the bottom of this descending lower low line, and then look what happened. Now, this movement, I am not saying I predicted this. I certainly didn't. What I predicted was that the price would come up having bounced off this line, and it's basically, it's like trapped in a corridor. It's bouncing off the walls of the corridor, going back and forth like a drunk man staggering his way home. It's bouncing off the walls of the corridor, and what I expected to happen was it come to its moving average and then come back down here towards $1,500. That's what I expected. It hasn't happened. We've broken above the bull market support band. So what do I want to see now is I want to see some kind of retest of this line, which is at about 1746, which is funny because that's exactly what the previous article was talking about. Did he not mention 1746? There we go. So 1746, he's absolutely right. 1746 is the level. So what I would want to see is a retest of this to then propel us towards this area here. And this area here is $2,000. So $2,000 is the area I expect Ethereum to challenge if Bitcoin continues. Now, Bitcoin is a different kettle of fish. It's shot way above its moving average. Ethereum is above it. And again, as we point out on here, what you want to do is, if it gets above, we want it to kind of bounce up. Bounce up. So again, same thing again here. What we want this to do is we maybe want it to come up, hit the bull market support band, and bounce towards this $2,000 range. That's what we want it to do. But we don't live in a world where we get what we want. So what we want to at least do is hold the bull market support band. So Ethereum, I'm slightly less bullish on, but Ethereum is being slightly more traditional, as in Bitcoin is in the corner having a party. All the girls are with him. He's having a dance. He's having a great time. Everyone's flocking around him. Ethereum is just behaving normally, and that is, it's respecting this. It's broken this level, and we're expecting this kind of movement. So it's more of an expected move for Ethereum. The Bitcoin move was a God candle move, and those are rare. I've seen a few of them in my time. They're amazing when they happen, but conversely, when they crash, they're really not enjoyable. So that's a good example of how bullish divergence plays out. It's coming down, and you expect a move on the daily, and we had it, and it's just gone a lot higher than anybody expected. But we did predict it Thursday last week. So Thursday last week, we said this was going to happen, and it has. So I'm fairly happy that we managed to get this one right this time. Now, something which isn't so bullish is Safarium or Safarium. Welcome, Dombra, to chat. Mohammed, welcome. Nice of you to join us. Remember, wherever you are, do us a huge favour. Smash the like button or the love heart button or whatever you've got. Also, don't forget to follow us. We are thankfully right more times than we're wrong, as we've proven in the last couple of weeks. We will give you what we consider to be honest advice rather than giving you hopium. We will try and do it in a more conservative way than many people will do. So let me just update. Here to have. So that's updated. Bear with me a second. Right, I think we are up. I just need to restart the app and then we will begin. So Safarium was I believe it was a recently launched coin. And there is a rug pull feared as devs unlock and dump native tokens. This is not a good sign at all. So there we go. I should be back in the room. I am back in the room. Okay, if you typed anything in the last 30 seconds, please retype it because I've had to restart the room. Massive thank you. We're at 17,500 likes already on the stream. It's amazing. So thank you very much. Don't forget, if you like what we're saying, smash the like button. If you don't like what we're saying, drop a comment into chat, disagree with me. I'm more than happy to debate crypto with people. I am not an expert. Anybody that claims to be an expert is either doing it tongue-in-cheek or they're lying. We only have our experience and we have what we read. We are never going to be able to predict the future. So let me crack on with this. Full disclosure, I actually hold some Safarium. I actually have some. I got it from an airdrop. So we're going to look at the price after this. And we're going to see, bring it up. We're going to see what's what with the price. Hopefully, it hasn't died a death, but we'll see. According to blockchain security analysts, the developers of the Safarium project suddenly sold more than 700 ETH worth of its native token, sending the price plummeting by more than 90%. You're always going to get scammers. The crypto community has been left fearing the worst after seeing huge sums of liquidity drained from the cryptocurrency project. Safarium, just hours after its teams finalized a massive $600,000 fundraise. According to blockchain security firm Certic and other analysts, the developers using the token deployment address Safarium.eth unlocked the supply of the token and dumped more than 600 Ether worth of its holdings. What's that, about $1 million? There we go, $1.3 million. So-called rug pull came after the team finalized a fundraise of $600,000 for a derivative token called SafePad. These funds are understood to have constituted part of the total stolen sum, which was roughly $1.27 million. Right. Now, I never did TA on Safarium, which is funny because I looked at making a video about it either yesterday or the day before, and what I did make yesterday was a video I made a video yesterday about the top 5 coins to hold if you are a newcomer to crypto. Have a look. Oh, this never looks good, does it? So the good news seems to be I appear to have done my my fib levels on this already. What I would say about this is, and what I've said about Pepe in the past, is that rug pulls happen. They don't tend to happen on massive billion-dollar projects. They tend to happen on the smaller coins. If we go and have a look at, here. We can find the coin. I think it's probably that one. So this appears to have a market cap of $404,000, which isn't great. And as you can see, price has gone. It's got a very high XT score. If you check the audit, it's passed with flying colours. Now, you'll know if you've watched this channel, lots of things we look at. We look at tokenomics, we look at the docs team. Who are they? Where do they work? What have they done in the past? Things like that. We look at the market cap. We look at liquidity. We look at what exchanges it's listed on. We do a lot of work. Now, at a very quick glance, I would not have flagged this up as a bad token. That's what I'm going to say about this one. And that's because it passes most of the audits. It's got a relatively high score. It's one of those tokens where $404,000 market cap could become a $4 million or a $40 million market cap. It's got a potential to 10 to 100x. The issue is, of course, that you cannot account for teams trying to rug pull. The issue for me is that they are more than likely going to be caught. If you look, it's down 95% in 24 hours. I don't think the coin's got much of a future based on this. The same way that Pepe, I slated Pepe when I came out. So if you are in Safarium, or you are in it, my commiserations to you. I suppose the only thing you can really do now is hold the token. I don't imagine you're going to get much of your investment back, but it's a sad thing to see. It's a sad thing to see, and there isn't really much in the charts to tell you either. It's just, I don't know. It's finished by the looks of it. Okay, let's move quickly on. Sandro, you are welcome. Good morning. Let me update the menu. There we go. Woods. Okay. So Kathy Woods, for those of you that don't know, a massive tech person. She operates ARK Invest, CEO. She's a massive pro crypto maxi, I suppose you could call her. What has she been up to? That's irritating. On Monday, Kathy Wood, ARK Invest made a notable move by selling shares Coinbase and amid a surge in Bitcoin. At the time of writing, cryptocurrency, we know all of this. Coin trade, ARK Invest sold 42,000 shares. The transaction was valued at $3.3 million, based on the price of $77 on Monday. More than a month ago, Coinbase's CEO Brian Armstrong confirmed the implementation of Bitcoin's Lightning Network. Kathy Wood applauded this move, highlighting the significance of Lightning as Bitcoin's payment layer. We're going to talk about Bitcoin at the end. Other key trades. They bought Moderna, they sold Nvidia, they bought Robinhood shares. That's unusual. What's my takeaway from this? I think she's profit taking, to be honest. You've got to remember that when people like ARK Invest do invest in your company or a company that you like Tesla, give me 1 second, sorting out some streaming issues. And I will be with you. There we go. I think we are back in the room. Don't know what happened there. Have a look. Okay, so let me move on. What we're going to do is we're going to skip forward to the Bitcoin NFT article that we have here. No idea what happened. So, during the summer, the ordinals were created, which were created on the Bitcoin network. It caused all kinds of confusion as Bitcoin maxis didn't want anything to be applied to the Bitcoin network. And these ordinals caused massive delays and queues on the Bitcoin network. And that, checking that chat is up to date, certainly can. How to win. So Gally, we're going to do the quiz in about 3 or 4 minutes. Whatever you do, do not click any links in chat. Okay? Don't click any links in chat. Don't follow these people that say they're going to give you free anything, free Bitcoin. Don't click them. They're all scammers. It's all fake. Okay? So don't follow any of them. Don't click on any of them. Even if the link says free Bitcoin or free Ethereum, don't go near them. Stay well clear. Right, so let's get on with this and then we'll do the quiz. Since its inception in 2009, Bitcoin has been functioning as a single digital asset until earlier this year, when Bitcoin developer Casey Rodamore introduced the Bitcoin ordinals as a second practical use for Bitcoin in the crypto market. The journey to the crypto market started in December last year after Rodamore discovered a loophole in the latest Bitcoin version Taproot, enabling him to upload a black and white skull PNG image. The skull was known as Inscription 0. So this allowed NFTs to be put onto the Bitcoin blockchain. Loads of people kicked off about this, said this was a terrible thing, terrible for crypto, it's terrible for Bitcoin, stay away, this is ours, etc, etc, etc. Now, at the time, I said that I actually made a massive Twitter thread about this, saying why it was a good idea to allow Bitcoin to be more than just a store of value. And there was different options I discussed. One of them was that you block Bitcoin within the NFT. So you could create an NFT that is 1 Bitcoin. And then you could resell it. Very similar how you can take gold and turn it into gold coins. And those gold coins have a different value than just the value of gold itself. That was one suggestion I had. Another suggestion was, of course, to have a layer 2, a Bitcoin layer 2 that sits on top, the same way that Polygon works on top of Ethereum. Bitcoin is very slow to process transactions, as is Ethereum, so these layer 2s were created. Bitcoin, of course, has the Lightning Network. The Lightning Network is not Bitcoin. It's a layer that sits on top and allows for very quick transaction of Bitcoin. So these ordinals came along, they were NFTs, they were inscribed, people kicked off, the network slowed down, people turned up in wizard hats to the Bitcoin conference. It was just one of those things that happened in the summer when there was nothing else to do. Now he has fixed the problem. The Bitcoin ordinal inscription suffered a slight problem over the weekend after inscriptions XXX were indexed by whatever that is. As a result, 0.9.0 started assigning numbers that were off by 2 from those assigned by older versions. It's all gone horribly wrong. And then he has fixed it. Ordinal 0.9.0 introduced a new, more robust inscription parser. Before release, we compared with previous releases to make sure it worked. So, what does it have the price of these ordinals? Since the inception, Bitcoin ordinals have received a warm reception amongst crypto and non-fungible token collectors. In the first 6 months of 2023, Bitcoin Ordinals surpassed Solana NFTs to become the second most popular NFT collection. There we go. So way down there, we have Polygon, Bitcoin, Cardano. Very nice. So all in all, the reason I put this in is that Bitcoin was built to do one thing, but that doesn't mean in the future it can't be used to do something else. And my preference would be for layer 2s to be built on top of Bitcoin rather than trying to do something with Bitcoin. So although it will still use Bitcoin, it will be a different layer 2. An example of this would be a DeFi platform where you might be able to stake your Bitcoin on the actual Bitcoin chain itself or on the layer 2 itself, and earn a yield based on your Bitcoin, which is not currently available. If you want to earn money on Bitcoin, you have to send it to one of these crypto banks like Celsius were, like BlockFi was. Nexo is a good example of it. I wouldn't advise you to do any of that. I don't think at this moment in time there is a place to earn a yield on your Bitcoin. Therefore, if a DeFi platform was built on top of a layer 2, I could see the benefit of that. The second benefit is, of course, you can use Bitcoin to secure other chains. The idea of doing that would mean that you would, for example, stake your Bitcoin to secure the Cardano network. You would receive a yield in Cardano, not in Bitcoin. So you could have a panel where you could stake your Bitcoin, or not stake, that's the wrong term, deposit your Bitcoin and choose another chain to help secure with that Bitcoin. That would then add massive liquidity to those chains. And in return, you would get your yield of 3 or 4%. That's the direction I would love to see Bitcoin. If you could stake it natively and earn yield from another chain, that would not require a massive rewrite of Bitcoin and Bitcoin's chain itself. Anyway, we have managed to somehow get to the end of the stream without the system going down. I'm going to leave this up and we're going to head over and we're going to start the quiz. Again, I don't really care for time today. I'm just going to go through it. We have got to 11:57. We, believe it or not, we're only 12 minutes late. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Adil. Nice to see you all here. Also, nice to see that numbers are up. There's nothing in free in life except air. I completely agree, Hussein. There isn't. If you see these chaps, so Michael telling you that he's going to give you $250, ask yourself a question. Why would he give you $250 when he doesn't even know who you are? You've done nothing for it. So don't fall for the scams. There are enough people out there trying to scam you. You don't need to help them by joining them and giving them your details. Stay away from all of them. So the quiz, for those of you that have never played the quiz before, all I do is ask you some simple crypto questions. I don't ask difficult questions. It means that the OGs and regulars in chat, Crypto Warehouse family, they are bored to tears of hearing the same question. Fine. So I'm going to ask you some questions. All you need to do is put the answer into chat. That is it. Depending on where you are, I'll either give you a shout out or you will win some crypto. I cannot say fairer than that. So let's start with a question. And this is an easy one. And don't forget, I have to type these questions in, so it takes me a little bit of time. So while you're waiting, smash the like button, give us a follow, click the heart button, whatever it is that you've got to do. Do all of those things, and the question will be ready before you can say $35,000 Bitcoin. Now the question is, What is the biggest crypto by market cap? Is that Bitcoin or is it Ethereum? Put BTC or ETH into chat. I'm going to give you about 60 seconds to do it. It's very simple. Wherever you are, join in. Bit of fun. You're not going to lose anything. I'm not going to embarrass you if you get the question horribly wrong. Not how we work here. We're just going to try and give people some free crypto. So what is the biggest crypto by market cap? Is it Bitcoin or is it Ethereum? And I think it's time. I'm only on my second cup of coffee. Which is, I believe, a criminal offence when I do these streams. Oh, that is good coffee. That is good coffee. So what's the biggest crypto by market cap? Is it Bitcoin or Ethereum? At some point during the bull run, we are going to have some really fancy graphics for all of this, and it'll be on the screen, and it'll be the Crypto Warehouse quiz, and we'll have scores, and maybe we'll even have a live feed of people getting the answers right, all that kind of thing. But for now, you've just got to put up with me asking the questions. Also, nobody ever does this right the first time. So 39 correct answers. The answer is, of course, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is nearly at 600 billion. Ethereum is only at 240 billion. Well, actually, it's on the screen in front of us, isn't it? So Bitcoin is at 670 billion. Ethereum is at 220 billion. So Bitcoin is 3 times bigger than Ethereum right now. Who got that right? Rohan, Packer, Susan. Well done, Susan. Moho, Anonymous, Marion. Marion got taken out by the RNG monkey. No. Good vibes. Tariq nearly got taken out by the RNG monkey. Richie, well done. Addy Crypto, Elra here. Congratulations to all of you. Please don't inbox Michael. He's not going to give you $250. It's an absolute scam. Don't WhatsApp him. Don't click on anything in those chats. Theobald, stop pasting links. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Caller 1x1. The answer is, of course, Bitcoin. You are correct. Next question then. This is going to make it a little bit more difficult, but not too difficult, because remember, we're here to have fun today because good old Bitcoin has had a bit of a pump. So the question is, what is the first name of the Cardano founder? So the gentleman with glasses and a beard who created Cardano, what's his first name? Just have to put the name into chat and you have won. I'm going to give you 60 seconds to answer. Why do you get 60 seconds? I hear you scream. Because there are people watch my stream who lag by about 20 to 30 seconds, depending on whereabouts in the world they are. We have tried asking the questions, answering them in 30 seconds, and it just means people can't get the questions right. It's really hard on those people to do that. So that's why we give you 60 seconds. All you need to do is put the first name of the founder of the Cardano chain into chat. And again, another correct answer. Gala is correct. Gowler is correct. Well done. That is correct. Now, if you've missed the stream, Gowler, we stream every day about 11 o'clock. Make sure to give us a follow. Hidden agendas. I don't believe you put that answer. I think you copied it off Gowler, which is fine. The correct answer is Charles. Charles Hoskinson is the founder of OHK or whatever they're called, which created the Cardano blockchain. Charles Hoskinson also, for the record, has found alien artifacts at the bottom of the sea. Don't believe me? Go and look that up on Google. It's a fact. Visitor 118, welcome. Dombra, welcome. Thank you all for coming. It's greatly appreciated. Remember, while I'm asking the questions, That gives you ample time to go and smash the like button, smash the follow button, subscribe, whatever it is you can do, wherever you are, and help us out. We're about to start the bull run, which means we need to build our numbers up. More people subscribe to us, so that will help us in the bull run. Get a bit bigger than what we are now. So next question. Again, an easy question. Is Ethereum proof of work or proof of stake? Is Ethereum proof of work or proof of stake? All you have to do is put POW or POS into chat. You will have won. I cannot say fairer than that. Now we are at 19,500 likes on this stream, and 3,500 people so far have tuned in, which compared to previous weeks is a sign that the bull run is back. And if the bull run isn't back, at least the people are back for the bull run. So, is Ethereum proof of work or proof of stake? We have 23 correct answers so far in this chat. Gowler, I don't know who you are, but you've got every question right so far. I am very impressed. I know they're easy questions. I know if you've been in crypto for a long time, this might seem very simple, but we have to try and ask questions that newcomers to crypto can guess, and if not, learn. That's the key here. So we're not trying to catch anybody out on these quizzes. So 44 correct answers. Still, the number of correct answers is very low compared to what it normally is. The record, remember, is 138 correct answers. Russivan is back. Tariq, well done. Anonymous, Majed, Shanna, Marianne again. Good vibes only. Congratulations. Remember as well, if you want to get in touch with us, we do have other places where we are. So if you check the description under the stream, you will see all of our social links, which I can't mention on the stream. But we are called Crypto Warehouse. That is a bit of a giveaway for you to be able to find us. Right, next question as I am typing. So Tesla came out this week with its, I don't know what you call it, its filings, and said it hadn't sold any of the cryptocurrency that it had on its books. The question therefore is, what cryptocurrency does Tesla hold? Does it hold Bitcoin? Or does it hold XRP? All you have to do is type Bitcoin or XRP into chat and you have won. Hidden Agendas, you are correct. I think you must be listening on two streams. Tesla holds which of the two cryptocurrencies? Does it hold Bitcoin or does Tesla hold XRP? Not many correct answers. Still not many correct answers. Hidden Agendas, Gowler, you're both correct. We've got 30 correct answers so far on here. $34.30, 36 correct answers. It's still very low. Tesla holds, and I don't know what the actual number will be now, but Tesla holds around about $250 to $300 million worth of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is the correct answer. Congratulations to all of you that got that right. Phoenix, well done. Bebe, well done. Adil, Cassie, Michael Rain, congratulations. Tariq, well done. Right, I'll ask one more question, then I'll drop a box, and then I'm going to go. I have a video to make. We have a new series called Crypto in the Park, where we walk around the park and we have a chat about a topic. The first topic is what to look for when you're told to do your own research. So that video is going to drop today. We made a short video last night, which you can now see on the usual places you could see it. So let me ask the last question before I go. And again, this is an easy question. Second. Now this is a number answer, and also a number that I don't expect to see for the next couple of years. So CZ is a bit of a Twitter celebrity. What is CZ's number for FUD? So just put the number in chat. What is CZ's number for FUD? He goes onto Twitter, somebody says something bad about Cardano or XRP. CZ will throw his hand up and he'll hold up a certain number of fingers. What is CZ's number for FUD? All you got to do. And remember, if you do answer the question, that gives you plenty of time to smash the like button. We've got 30 seconds to go. You've already answered, smash the like button. We're at 21,500 likes. I think the record is 45,000 likes on one stream. What is CZ's number for FUD? FUD, by the way, stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And it's a colloquial term. A lot of crypto people use it. When there's a hit piece printed about something, people will just call it a FUD article, which means it's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's just one of those things. 50 correct answers to the last question. Congratulations to you all. Adi, Gonzalo, congratulations. Adi Crypto. I'm hoping Tariq won more than 5 today. He's not had a good run today, Tariq. Celine Beryl, nice to see you back. Andre, Richie, Marianne, congratulations to you all. There we go. Tariq won 31. Well, isn't it nice to finish on a high? So, congratulations to you all. You've managed to get to the end of our stream. We're at 22,000 likes. Big numbers. Big thank you to all of you. I am going to drop a box. I'm going to do some housekeeping before I go. So, give me 1 second. I just need to enter this and then drop that, and then I will end the stream in a minute. Okay, so very quickly, we are back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We stream nearly every day at 11 o'clock, apart from Fridays where we stream at 1 p.m. So don't forget to tune in to us tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Wherever you are watching us, make sure to smash the follow, the like, subscribe, whatever buttons you've got. Don't forget to press them. We also make videos on a very famous channel, so make sure to go and find us. We are going to do a video today on do your own research. We did a video yesterday on the top 5 coins to hold if you are a newcomer to crypto. So go and find Crypto Warehouse wherever you expect to find us. And until then, have a great afternoon. Enjoy these days. Hopefully we're going to see many more of them, but at least for those of you that are new to crypto, when you hear people say Bitcoin can move 10% in a day and you don't believe them, we're up 13% in a day. So bear that in mind. We could retrace to 30, 32,000. That's not the end of the world. We could go to 40,000 tomorrow. That again isn't the end of the world. In terms of that, we could go higher, we could go lower. We're at a certain stage of the market where these things just happened. We become a little bit more volatile. FOMO kicks in. Once this starts to filter into the press, that's when we'll see retail come back. All you have to do is remember that you've held through 2 years the most brutal bear market we've had, and you've held on. Do not capitulate now. BlackRock, Vanguard, ARK Invest all want your Bitcoin. Don't give them your Bitcoin. Don't sell. Saying that, if there is a point in the near future where you can take some profits, 10%, 20%, 30%, whatever it might be, and you happen to have done really well on Link, really well on XRP, really well on Cardano, there's no harm in taking some profits. But don't capitulate and sell these big financial institutions your Bitcoin, because that's what they want. At this minute in time, they don't care about Cardano or Solana or XRP. They want your Bitcoin. Don't capitulate. If Bitcoin hits $300,000 tomorrow and you hold a Bitcoin, I will not begrudge you selling that Bitcoin for $300,000. But if we drop to $29,000 tomorrow, don't sell it at $29,000. Not financial advice, of course. So hold on. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody, as always, for coming. Great to see so many of you back. And I will see you all in the morning.